Singapore is known for many things from activities, destinations, and experiences, a striking balance between Eastern tradition and Western modern culture. It's a masterpiece of diversity. With so much more experiences to be had in the mysterious country that is Singapore, you might be wondering what are the best tips and tricks to get around this magnificent country. And we're here to answer those questions with the 13 most down-to-earth Singapore tips. So buckle in your seatbelts, get ready for an adventure to Singapore, the pool of diversity. Tip number 1. Food is everywhere. Singapore is honestly this melting pot of cuisine, culture, and heritage, with Chinese, Indian, Malay, Middle Eastern, Indonesian, and Thai food being the center of it. Definitely take a bite from the fanciest restaurants and bars, but don't forget the local street food. Each choice will give you a different experience that will take you on a food journey like no other. Tip number 2. Your forms of travel. There are multiple ways to travel around in Singapore, and when you get here, you'll end up in Changi Airport. The first and easiest method of traveling around is through a taxi. Cabs are probably the most expensive form of travel, but isn't actually that expensive. The second and relatively convenient form of traveling is with the MRT, where you can head over to any terminal, hop on a train, and just go. You can even grab yourself their EasyLink system that gives you an unlimited rides for different durations on the train. And the third method, which is taking advantage of the buses. Using the buses can be an excellent way to view the city while enjoying the leisurely trip. You can also get yourself the phone app Grab, which is basically their Uber for Singapore. So it's like a private cab that takes you to where you want to go. Tip number 3. Be ready with your accommodations. Let's get this out of the way. Singapore is expensive, or at least the hotels are expensive. Don't worry though, hostels and other services like Airbnb make it a bit less expensive and are well worth the experience. Tip number 4. Do not skip the chicken rice. We know you've seen the previous tip about food and all, but this one is so special it deserves to be its own tip. The Singaporean Hainanese chicken rice is on a league of its own. There are many places to experience this magnificent creation of food, but it doesn't matter where you enjoy it, just grab a bite of it and experience ecstasy. Tip number 5. Enjoy the gardens by the bay. It's home to breathtaking gardens and even more breathtaking structures that look more like masterpieces than just structures. There's a whole other world to explore here, from the stunning architecture to the greenery and the amazing waterfalls. Be sure to get on the tree walk to experience something different and completely unique to the gardens. The Cloud Forest is essentially the most unique tourist destination in Singapore, so definitely take advantage of that. Tip number 6. Experience the hawker center. Going back to food, because let's face it, food is the uniter of all people. While there are many places to experience dining in Singapore, one of the most memorable will surely be the hawker center with its open-air food court. It will certainly take you to places all around Asia and let you experience the reason why it's the melting pot of food cuisine. Tip number 7. Explore, run wild, and free. There are a ton of neighborhoods, cultures, and experiences to be had in this country. It's a diverse land with many different sights and sounds to experience. From the bustling streets of Chinatown to the more serene sight in the Marina Bay. Everything is worth exploring. With all the walking burning calories and fat, reinvigorate yourself with the many street food and local shops you can find along the way. From Little India's curry rice to the amazing milk tea bars you can see in the streets. There's always something new to see, hear, eat, and discover. Tip number 8. Speaking of exploration, Botanic Gardens. This is absolutely a change of pace in the bustling streets of Singapore. The Botanic Gardens is an amalgam of walking paths, greenery, forests, parks, and everything in between. From relaxing in the grass to the beautiful flowers and trees, to the most amazing orchid garden. There is absolutely nothing like the Botanic Gardens. Tip number 9. Get ready to Sentosa and Lazarus. Outside the city and in the island of Sentosa, accessible from the main city by a bridge or the monorail, offers the best beaches and resorts in the country. The island of Sentosa has the famous Universal Studios, outdoor malls, water parks, and honestly just a good time for everyone. You can then take a ferry to St. John's Island and walk a short trip on a footbridge to Lazarus Island. Here you can find beaches and parks secluded from the world. Tip number 10. Nocturnal Night Safari. The night safari is among the most unique experiences Singapore has to offer. Located in the Singapore Zoo, get ready to experience this unique take of seeing leopards, rhinos, elephants, lions, and so much more. Being safe and sound in the tram, while experiencing the nighttime through the jungle park. Tip number 11. Get a drink. Just not this one. Now, there are a lot of drink options from alcoholic to non-alcoholic. But listen to us when we say, don't get a Singaporean sling. Well, you can if you really want to, but it's going to cost you. It's a really expensive drink, but if you want to experience it, go right ahead. Nothing more expensive than a maraschino cherry on top of your drink. Tip number 12. Splurge on the Marina Bay Sands. Now when I say splurge on the Marina Bay Sands, it doesn't necessarily mean affording to stay in the hotel. But of course, if you can, go for it. The amazing rooms, spectacular views, and the endless infinity pool make it a guaranteed enjoyable stay. But there are more ways to enjoy this place without having to spend a fortune on your stay. The Marina Bay Sands offer amazing views from their sky park and observation decks, a massive shopping mall to suit all your needs from food to high-end boutiques. They also have a casino to fill that fun night partying and all. And the best part, they offer an amazing light show and water show every night for free. Tip number 13. Just get lost and breathe in Singapore. With every tip we have given, there's always that one option to just ignore everything, walk away, and enjoy what Singapore has to offer. Every corner in the area has more than meets the eye. You'll enjoy the views and even find yourself in a deeper meaning. Singapore has more than just boats, cars, trains, people, and food. It has something deeper, and you'll probably find it yourself just journeying around. There's an endless list of destinations, activities, and experiences this mysterious and eye-catching destination has to offer. Each and every journey will always fill you with something different and unique. So, were there any other traveler destinations we haven't mentioned? Comment down below and we'll be sure to check them out. What are you waiting for then? Gather your travel buddies, buckle in your seatbelts, and get ready for an adventure. And with that, until next time.